You can go ahead. Welcome,
Okay,
Miss. You can go ahead, please.
good morning to everyone. Thanks to the Judicial Board for calling this meeting or hearing or pre-hearing, and thanks to the NEC and their audit committee, and also all students that stay up here from 9 p.m. up to now. I am Honorable Noah Dave Mason Jr., the current Financial Secretary of LSUIC, National Financial Secretary, and also are served as acting financial secretary for a period of almost 2 weeks. Um, I will just go to the beginning of where it all started before the audit report. Um, I joined the NEC of 2024-2025. I joined that NEC on July 18, and that was after a call came in from former President Gideon F.B. Sori. And before joining, I was called on July 17, July 16, and I said I was going to talk to people about it before accepting the offer. And after the call, I went back and forth with a call with Honorable Sori on July 17, where I told him that if I'm coming to end this term from the 18th to the 24th or 25th, I am only going to serve as acting financial secretary, and I won't be preparing their annual report. And we had a conversation on phone, and he agreed and acknowledged it. Uh, I don't know. I went to the NEC then with an open mind, but I think people never expected me to accept that offer of joining the NEC then. So everyone was shocked when I accepted, but I joined. On July 18, if you check the official group for 2024-2025, my picture was posted as the new financial secretary of LSUIC. When I joined, I had no clue to the whole NEC. There was an impromptu meeting. Firstly, there were three others in the group. That was Honorable Tano, Honorable Adonis Kata, I think that's his last name, and Honorable Sori. So when I was added to that group, excuse me, I started. We had an impromptu meeting because we were about to go for a conference. So I was given some breakdowns on what has happened, expenditures that have been made. Expenditures that were made were conference booking and transportation to the conference committee or for the conference committee to find hotels and yeah. So when I joined, I think joining that NEC also gave me a little insight to how the NEC operates. Um, every funds that were disbursed when I joined was, can I share my screen? Where is the share, please?
Yes, you can.
Can someone help me where I can share my screen from? I'm seeing chat. More?
You're using your computer
Yeah, okay, I
or the
see it.
phone?
Yeah, I'm using my computer. I'm using my computer. I see it. Thank you. Okay, when I joined the NEC then, I served as financial secretary from July 18, 2025 to July 2010. Because after July 2010, I didn't receive any funds. Oh no, July 24th, I received funds from LSU from one of the students. So when I took over, I received pledges from Honorable Moses K. Flomo, 400. I received dues um, at the time, 4,010, because this report was prepared at the conference that was at a conference in Nanjing. At the time, I received 4,010. And conference delegate list, there are people that paid conference fees to me. In this report that I shared that is named LSUIC financial report, were report that were compiled by me or money that I received during my term. So conference fees I received total 11,755 RMB, and I received IEC application fees. So the total money I received within that time, that period of July 18 to July 23 was 16,765. When I gave this report at the conference, the treasurer at the time, Honorable Tano, reached out to me and told me about a scholar who had 45 from Jinan, who had 45 RMB arrears. So I reached out to him in the conference hall, and he sent that arrears to me. When he sent that arrears to me, I had to go back and prepare this report that is dated 2025 LSUIC financial. So in this report, his 45 RMB is captured. That's why the due is 4,055 RMB dues total. And conference fees remains constant, same as pledges from the conference of pledges from 18th annual conference by Honorable Flomo and so forth. But in this report that is dated or that is named 2025 LSUIC financial report, if you look down, you will see loan repayment, Scholar Daily D. Conway, Wuhan, 1,290. That money wasn't given to me after I prepared a report on July 2010 and gave at the conference, and everyone said that's not an annual report, that's not how it should be. I should go back and redo the report. Within that time, Honorable Tano told me about this loan repayment. She said, "Oh, this person paid loan." But when they pay loan, I had it and I had it so you can add it to your report. So I was like, okay. The money didn't come to me since it's already in the cover or in the treasury. I'm going to add it to my report. So I added this 1,290 loan repayment report to my report. Then when I was told to go back to do the annual report, Honorable Tano sent all of the reports for 2024, 2025. As tend to be corrected, there was no quarterly report of LSUIC in any official or social group. One thing I don't do for the past 2-3 years in LSUIC, I don't delete any message from the officials group, same as the social group. Even the 1 million stickers, I have them on my phone. Also, I don't delete messages or conversation between me and anyone that I add WeChat or we become WeChat friends. I still have conversation from 2018 on my WeChat. I went there, I didn't see any report. So when Honorable Tano sent me the report, I will go to the report she sent for 2024, 2025. So if you check another file that I sent is dated LSUIC July 2024. So it covers all of the quarterly reports from 2024 to 2025. Yeah, the whole from quarter 1 to quarter 4. This was the first quarter was prepared by Honorable Mo, Florence City, and second quarter to fourth quarter was prepared by Honorable Tanu. So when she sent me the quarterly report, I think for those that were around LSUIC that time, there were too many back and forth on the platform of turning over and not turning over. We even had a turnover group where all of the financial records or reports were turned over the quarterly reports. So when I was told to go and do the report, I reached out to Honorable Tanu. Before starting the report, I reached out to a few others that I know have a little bit of knowledge when it comes to accounting. That is the current, I think, Secretary General or member on the Constitution Review Committee, Honorable Maxwell, and from Changsha, and also former President Whitfield. Because when I started doing the report, there were too many figures that were repeated. And I reached out to Honorable Tano. The conversations are on my phone, saying that, oh, Honorable Tano, there are some figures here that are repeated. For example, I will just show an example of Honorable Tano. Okay, first quarter was prepared by Honorable Mo. In first quarter, where is, okay, not first quarter. But second quarter was prepared by Honorable Tanu, and in second quarter, Honorable Vashta B. Martins from the former COC of Beijing. In this report, in second quarter, she paid 150 RMB as dues. Bear with me, I'm trying to scroll down small. Here, Fasha B. Martins pay 150 RMB as dues. It should have been calculated July 2024 to December 2024 because the year is from July to June. So it should have been July 2024 to December 2024. And her total dues is 300 or was 300, but she paid 150 in second quarter. So if you check, you see report covering November 2024 to January 2025. Then come again in third quarter. Um, Bear with me, please. This is third quarter report by Honorable Tano again. In third quarter, Five-Star Martin still her 150, I think, from second quarter was also recorded in third quarter. This is third quarter report. It was recorded as 150 RMB. So by right, her balance due should have been 0. Because if she pay 150 in second quarter and come again and pay 150 in third quarter, her balance should be 0 RMB. And not 150 RMB balance. So I reached out to Honorable Tano about these figures, and we went back and forth. It was chaotic. It wasn't an easy communication going back and forth. And I think when I reached out to her, she said, "Don't touch any figures in my report. Read it as the way you see it." So I'm like, if I read any figures the way I see it, it will be confusing and conflicting. Then you come in fourth quarter report. It says Vaisha paid 300 RMB, balance zero, balance zero, zero RMB. So I'm like, if Vaisha paid 150 second quarter, 150 second quarter, and third quarter, and then 300 fourth quarter, it's conflicting. So we had a conversation. I had to reach out to Hassan because Maxwell also don't understand much about LSUIC finances and how it's recorded. So Hassan we had to print out every report for 2024 June or July to 2025 June. We print out everything and start to enter all of these things manually, like enter on the computer manually. So after everything, after all of the reports were compiled, I even reached out to Honorable Tanu. I said there's a problem with Jiangsu or total due payers. The numbers is exaggerated. I show her, we went back and forth in that conversation. Then I think I told her what her total number was and what the actual number was for Jiangsu province. So after all that whole conversation and stuff, I compiled a report and sent them to in this 2024-2025 folder that I sent and sent it to her. Before sending it to her, I told her, I said, Honorable Tano, there are some observations in this report I want us to talk about. And we exchanged WeChat messages. The conversations are there. And she said, okay, we can talk about it when you are free. I think she said I should set a time. I said, no, my time, I'm free between 10 a.m. to 2 because during the holidays I work usually. So I'm like free between this time to this time. I work in the lab. So she's like, oh no, I'll be free at this time because it's too early. We had a LSUIC Zoom was what we used at the time to go through this whole report. She asked me, said, so send your report to me. I submitted my report to her. This report was locked. It had password. There was no way you could enter any figures on it. It had password on it. I submitted it to her. And we went through everything on the platform together, she and I. I also when I reached out to her, I have questions in the report. If you open this file, you'll see at the end of the report, these are questions that I had to get clarity on. So observations. I said observation, there is 7,578.39 RMB difference from the balance brought forward 2023 to 2024 and the balance brought forward in the first quarter of 2024-2025. And that question was when I asked her about it, she said, "Oh no, you have to ask the financial secretary then because I wasn't serving this position first quarter." Then I also asked about the 2,700 Honorable Johnson received. I asked, I said, does the 2,700 receive does the 2,700 received Honorable Jacob Stevens Johnson represent the equivalent of 400 USD from the Wuhan conference? And if yes, because I converted at the time, 1 USD equals 7.2 RMB at the time, that money was paid to Honorable Sif or Joseph Cephas Johnson. The rate was 7.2 at that time. So I asked that question and she said no. Uh, the 400 USD was separate. It's not part of the 2,700 USD or the 2,700 RMB, I mean. Oh, okay, I asked her about this figures because in the report there was 2,700 and Honorable Johnson received 400 USD through how to call it, through his Visa card. So I'm like, if he received 400 USD at that time in 2024, this was the rate 7.2 or 4 was the US rate. So if he receive it, the money that's in that report should not be the figures. It should be 2,896.68 RMB. And I think she gave some clarity to it uh, because she said it came to his card and it took off charges and all of those things. Then, like I said, the due payments in second, third, and fourth quarter did not correlate with the calculations from the due table from those quarters. I asked her about it. I said because there doesn't, if you try to add them, it will be like if I'm not touching any figures, it will just be like someone pay 700 dues. They're not owing arrears, but they're paying 700 dues or they're paying 500 dues. They pay, like for example, Five-Star Mountains. She answered that at first she said she wasn't the one. I said, no, I'm not talking about from first quarter. I'm talking about from second, third, and fourth quarter. I went through the whole first quarter. There was nothing like dues or issues. Then I also asked about the loan repayment in the second to fourth quarters. They don't correspond with the figures recorded in the quarter report. This report, for clarity, was prepared in August and sent to Honorable Tano in the same August. I asked about the loan, and she said I should ask Honorable not Honorable Mo. So I said, well, Honorable Mo wasn't from second quarter to fourth quarter, it was you. For example, Coco loan. If you go through the quarter report that I sent that has LSUIC July 2024 to July 2025, you, you will see Coco loan was like recorded in first quarter, it recorded in second quarter. So I said most of these things, it's just like double figures. And we talk about it, and then I talk about the initial expenditure title disbursement to the conference committee. Does it stand separate of other funds for the committee received? And I think when I asked that question, she explained to me because I also disbursed I would say most of the funds to the conference committee. So when she explained to me, that's when I realized that, okay, the money that was deposited to the conference hotel as deposit should have been returned to LSUIC after we leave the conference hotel. So I went to the conference hotel to request for the 2,000 that was paid to them as deposit. And luckily for us, they refunded that money and it was turned over to the National Treasurer, and it is in LSUIC first quarter report for 2025-2026. Then I came to the expenditure of the financial aid. It doesn't state the names of the beneficiary for clarity purpose. So I asked about that. And I think they did the financial aid. I think the response I got was they did the financial aid to few scholars and they gave names, or she gave me the names of scholars that benefited, but I'm like, it was not stated and it's not stated in the report, so there will be no clarity on it. Also, I came to the seven stuff. I said the total loan recorded in the expenditure. Oh God, my computer should not freeze. Yo, oh, but I'm a new computer. I'll use my phone, sir. My computer freeze. I don't know if you're hearing me. Am I being heard? Hello? Oh no, I think I was drawn from my phone. So,
We can hear you. We can hear you.
oh, okay, my computer freezing. I don't know why, but I was just since you're hearing me, I'll just read these things from my phone since I have them on my phone also. The seventh question I asked was the total loan recorded in the expenditure column 13,000. It seems higher than what is recorded in the report 10,500. I needed clarity on that. And I think Honorable Tano explained at that time on the Zoom platform that Honorable City recorded gave us some loans and she didn't record it or so. Or some loans came in later on that was recorded. So I'm like, okay, and I just needed answers to these things so that when audit comes in, I can also be able to present these things. So then I asked her about the NDC. The NDC had an expenditure of 725 in the first quarter, but that expenditure is recorded in the second quarter. Why? Uh, the 725 expenditure, when I asked why it was recorded in second quarter, she said because city refused to give out the president or to give out the to refuse to how to call it she didn't record it in the first quarter. That 725 wasn't recorded in the first quarter. So when she took over, that's why it was recorded in second quarter. And then I asked her if is the secretarial operation different from NEC expenditure? If so, what could be the breakdown of those expenditure? So I think the secretarial expenditure that she talked about, or the secretarial operation she explained to me was the how do you call this thing? Not member of the week. It was something about SIM card one and this LSUIC cares or some purchasing of SIM cards and LSUIC cares. And then I asked her about the refund to Jacob Cephas Johnson. What is that refund? So she gave me the documents. And when even Jacob Cephas Johnson sent me receipts of his trip to Beijing and what have you. So I told him, I said, this money was expended in the first quarter. Why now do you have to ask for a refund in the fourth or third quarter? He said because LSUIC is ungrateful and was ungrateful to him, so the money he spent, he's taking it back. And the recordings are there. That was his statement. Honorable Tanu told me, she said, Honorable Moore refused to give Honorable Johnson his money from first quarter. So fourth quarter was when she decided to give, or was when he requested for all of his money, and she decided to give it to him in fourth quarter. And then I've asked about the 5,000 given to the council. Who were the beneficiaries and how much did each beneficiary receive? Honorable Tanu told me that the money was given to Honorable Flomo. She got no idea about it. It was given to Honorable Flomo. Why the council do that? They didn't tell her. They didn't give her any breakdown, so she don't know about it. So in the 2024-2025, the dues that were recorded was 15,500, or was received is 15,585 RMB. Out of this money, I received 4,055 RMB missing. Honorable Tano received 11,530 RMB. Then I came down here. Honorable Tano turned over 23,606.57 RMB plus 2,700 US dollars to the current government leadership. She wanted to turn it over to me, but I told her since I'm in Shanghai and the current treasurer was in Jinan and she's in Jinan, they can meet and do the turnover, send video of the turnover to the JB. But then when I went through the report, there was 2,753.04 shortage. So that's why it's written here. This KDHT stands for Honorable Kebe DH Tanu. I wrote on KDHT obligation. There was not much clarity on certain funds. If those of us on the platform that I can recall, when the Wuhan Conference Committee and the former president, Honorable Johnson, had that dispute and issues where his bank statement was flagged that he received 400 US dollars and he said he didn't receive it. It went to council back and forth. In the NEC, in the official group chat, Honorable Johnson sent the amount of 2,700 RMB I think, let me check official group chat. I will have all of their stuff. But he sent something around this morning to Honorable Tanu, that when everything became clear that he received 400 USD from the conference committee fundraiser in his UVA account, he sent around this amount in the group chat. I just kind of want to be accurate to get a date. Official 2024. Sure, 2024, 2025, 14. Yes, sure. Another waste of time. I will get it. I will get the stuff and send it to the Judicial Board, Honorable Johnson, not Johnson, but Jensen. But this amount was sent in the group chat to Honorable Johnson. Then was sent by Honorable Johnson in the group chat to the treasurer at the time, to state that he have paid LSUIC money that was paid into his account. So then I asked the treasurer. I said, was this money recorded? Because this is around the same figure that is missing in the 2024-2025 report. She said, oh, give me some time. Let me go through my report and I will get back to you. When we had that conversation, I was like, okay. I gave her some time. She went through my report, went through her report, and she said, oh, I also saw some issues in your report. I was like, okay, we can, she said we can have this conversation where I can tell you. I said, send me audio and we can go through it. But for some questions that I asked her and she referred me to Honorable Moore, then I went and asked Honorable Moore about this 7,000, the first question, and Honorable Moore told me it was expended at the conference in Wuhan. So I told her, I said, but if it was expended at the conference in Wuhan, you were the financial secretary then. Coming to the next leadership, you were still the financial secretary for 2024, 2025. So if you expend this money at the conference, why not include it in your first quarter report? Because your balance brought forward is conflicting. Your ending balance is different from your balance brought forward. So she have a file, or Honorable Mo have a file. She opened it and showed me everything. And she said, my mistake was after the conference and everything, I didn't send in this report. I should have sent in this a domain report. I should have sent it in, but I didn't send it in. Then I asked her the same question about the 2,700, and 2005 came from the 2,700 about Honorable Cephas, and she said she don't know about it. She don't know about this money because at the time I think she had resigned when this money came in, so she don't know about it. I didn't ask her about dues from second, third, and fourth quarter because it wasn't her time. And I asked about loan. When we talk about the loan, she talked about loan that she gave out during her time. She said any other thing that have to do with loan that passed by that was she wasn't in the NEC for, she don't have answer to it. So when I asked her about the refund to Honorable Cephas, why was it done in the fourth quarter? She said Honorable Cephas spent his money, and in the meeting they agreed that he should use his money to go to the embassy to have that meeting when he received 2005. It wasn't agreed upon that she would give him back the money. All of a sudden, when things were not working in his favor, that's when he started asking for money. And she said, no, that was not a initial agreement. So she cannot give him she cannot disburse any funds to him. And moreover, she was resigning. So she's not going to disburse any funds when she's resigning, since that was not the initial agreement. So after this conversation with Honorable Moore and Honorable Tanu, then I went back to Honorable Wayfield and Maxwell. So we discussed it, and we decided to send this report to the current NEC group, or to current NEC. But before I could send in this report, Honorable Tanu had called me. She said she wanted us to go through some things. When she called me, I told her, okay, no problem, we can talk. First day she said we should like go through her report, or go through my report, and we went through my report, and there was no issues for the money that I received and turned over to her. There was no issues at all. I still to be corrected. Every issues, according to her, came from quarter one. And she said, in fact, LSUIC owing me. The recordings are on this phone. This is just pre-hearing. So if we come to the real hearing, every calls I'm making LSUIC from the time I took over, I record it. I don't record it for, how they call it, I record it for just in case when something happen before. So it can be my war against another person, where it will be your word you say and what I said to you on that call. So she said, in fact, LSUIC owing me. I said, no, we're not disbursing any funds right now on that phone call. I said, we're not disbursing any funds now. We already get funds to disburse to the conference committee. We're not disbursing any funds. I said, but how LSUIC owing you? She said, I even ran in my business money because I felt Honorable Mo was a good person. I said, how you say you felt Honorable Mo was a good person? She said, yes, Noah, I felt Honorable Mo was a good person. She would tell me, first quarter, any balance is this amount, and we will have that issues. We have that conversation in a meeting. We talk about it. I say, no, but that's not what I have. She would say, oh, but within that time, people pay money to me. That's why it's this amount, but that's not what you have in the treasury. I said, but then you should have flagged that out. That's not how it should have been. If you know your treasury balance is different from the first quarter any balance, you shouldn't have even agreed for that first quarter report to be given on platform. She said, yeah, that's how it was throughout the leadership. And within that time period, when I went back to this whole reporting to go through it, I figured out that I spent my own money. I spent most of my money, and I need my money back. And then on that call was where she said, even 24,000 plus is missing. It's unaccounted for. She didn't say who stole it, or she didn't say it was stolen. She said 24,000 plus is unaccounted for. Now I was like, what? At the time I was still recording the call. I was like, what? Are you sure? She's like, yes. I said, but wait, 24,000, where did 24,000 coming from? She said it was our first term. Our first term, that's when that money got missing. I said, no, any money I get missing, LSUIC needs money right now. So we'll go and we'll audit. We'll audit and we'll get that money back. So right after that call with Honorable Tanu, I played the recording to the NEC. We're in the NEC meeting. I played the recording. I said there's 24,000 plus that is unaccounted for, and LSUIC need that money. And this is a statement from the former national treasurer. So LSUIC need that money, so we need to push forward with the whole audit team. We need to push forward. That's when we started even requesting for auditors and all of those things. So after that conversation, Honorable Moore reached out to me. She said, oh, I want you to attend a meeting with me and the past leadership, my co-workers, but I don't want to attend that meeting alone because I feel ganged upon. I feel ganged on. I want you to go as witness. So luckily for me that they had NEC meeting also at the same time. So I said, okay, I will attend the meeting as witness. I also reached out to Honorable Tanu about about that meeting. I said, "Oh, I'm invited to this meeting to serve as witness." It's like, "Yeah, you should come and see. You will see the money I'm talking about that is missing. You will get to know." At the time, I had not talked to Honorable Johnson. Honorable Johnson, I had not even talked about missing funds. I got to know about missing funds in August from Honorable Tanu. Then I attended the meeting. The meeting was on Tencent. I was in NEC meeting on my other phone, and in that meeting on my other phone. I have three phones. So while I was in that meeting, the NEC was also hearing the meeting, or they were in on the meeting on my other phone. They were in on the meeting on my other phone. That's why I don't like to be in dormitory. They are calling me now. In that meeting, uh, Honorable Johnson was using LSUIC president. So in the recording, if you listen to the recording, I said you should change your name because you are no longer the president. And since the meeting is being recorded, you are no longer the president. And Honorable Johnson and Honorable Wejla, one of the former adjudicators, started going back and forth, like they were arguing bitterly, almost exchanging words. Honorable Jensen was in that same meeting. And then I think it has a free limit on Tencent meeting. The time expires. So I wanted to get to the full details of how this money got missing. So then I reached out to Honorable Johnson in his DM. I said, "Let me pay for Zoom account and you refund my money." Or I told him, say, "Pay for Zoom account and let's continue the meeting on Zoom instead of using Tencent." So I think he went to pay for a Zoom account. It wasn't working. So I told him, I said, "Since I'm the one who's been paying for LSUIC Zoom account, since we took over our own political party Zoom account, let me help you and you refund my money." So I paid for the Zoom account. And that's how we share the login details. Every one of us joined that meeting. Honorable Johnson discussed about his quotas. Honorable Mo discussed about her term. And Honorable Mo was the first from the Honorable Johnson. So I think we were on Honorable Johnson. First quarter, we figured out he talked about 1,000 RMB given to Musu, the former general secretary, and it wasn't recorded. But then his ending balance and Honorable Mo ending balance for first quarter were the same. Then he moved to quarter two. And then there will be a lot of argument on the platform. There was a lot of argument on the platform that night. And I also had NEC meeting. So there will be a lot of argument. And then I came in, I said, "Well, Honorable Johnson, you are saying you want to audit. You should not be auditing. You should only be balancing your finances with your secretary, your financial secretary, and your treasurer, not to audit them. So let's balance this because this is taking too long." And then I think Honorable Jensen agreed that, "Yeah, let's balance this." So while he was delaying, he went to second quarter, go through, or stay beating around cycles, going to third quarter. Then I said, "Okay, you know what? Let me just stop it here. Honorable Tano, you said 24,000 plus was missing in the first quarter. I want you to get down to it. Just tell us if your first quarter any balance is the same as Honorable CT Mo, first quarter any balance." That's how Honorable Tano came here and said, "No, our balance is not the same, Honorable Mason. She got this figure here. I got that. I got this. She got higher figure. I got lower figure." And she started to share that report on her. She started to share her screen. So I started taking screenshots of the report. I started taking pictures of the report while she was sharing it. And yes, for honestly, her report figures were different from Honorable Mo figure. She said, and I thought she was a good person. She would tell me this, we'll have meeting, NEC meeting before coming to give report to public. And it would be a whole other news story and emotions and all of these things. And when Honorable Mosh or Honorable Charles share that document for first quarter, second quarter, there was another huge quarrel or insult and all of those things that started going on the platform. So I was like, okay, this is just what I wanted to hear. I just wanted to hear that money was missing. That's the foundation. 24,000 plus is missing. That's what I wanted to hear. I'm leaving this meeting. I'm going to attend NEC meeting. Then I exited the meeting and left them on it. While they were on the meeting, I was in NEC meeting. Then Honorable Mo told me that, "Oh, I think they kicked Coco out of the meeting. So she's leaving." I said, "Oh, I already left that meeting. I have NEC meeting." So the next day, Honorable Tano reached out to me. She told me, say, "Oh, they asked, I think we exchanged greetings and I asked her how the meeting went." She said, "Oh, the meeting didn't go well." While Honorable Johnson was sharing his report, and Honorable Moore was also sharing her report on the screen. She started changing figures. So I said, but I hope you get approval. I hope you take pictures go when auditors come. I'm going to say the same thing to auditors. She said, yes, she was changing figures. I don't want to talk about it. Then she left the platform. I said, no, that's not good. That's how the whole auditing period or financial period subsided. And auditors came in. And honestly, when I took over in the NEC, when I started working with Honorable Tanu and Honorable Sori, who was the president then, there was no turnover note given to me. There was no financial policy given to me. There was nothing. Honorable Tanu, in her message that I have a screenshot here, told me, just collect all of the money now and turn everything over to me at once. That's what Honorable Tanu told me. Because when people pay dues at the time, I wanted to send money to her. She said, no, collect everything, dues, offerings, and everything, or not offerings, but conference fees and everything, and pay to me at once. So if you check my screenshot I sent, I turned all the money I collected from July 18th to July 23rd to Honorable Tanu at that conference when we need to pay for the conference hotel accommodations. That's when I turned over the money to her. And after that, I didn't turn any money over to her again. I think I even made a mistake in turning some fee money over to her. I started sending my money back to me. She sent it back to me. Uh, that was all. Then when auditors came in, they asked for documents. Before asking for documents, they asked for an audit focal person. So I was told, oh, go and be the audit focal person and collect documents and send them to the auditors. But before auditors could come in, when I took over LSUIC financial secretary, there was nothing to start from, no documents, nothing. Apart from turnover note, quarterly reports, there was nothing else. So we're just grabbing straws and moving up and down and getting things our own way at the time. So then I reached out to Honorable Moore. I said, oh, since you serve as financial secretary for one term and one quarter, do you have any financial documents that you can share with me so I can at least get one or two ideas on budgeting and all of these things? So she sent me a zip folder that had all of her reports, loans she disbursed, everything in that zip folder. She sent me the password. I was able to access it to be able to look at it and start building some of my own stuff from something that she was doing. And that folder, I also kept it. So when the auditors came and was asking for documents, I asked Honorable Mo for documents. She sent it to me in October. I wrote a communication to Honorable Tanu, Honorable Johnson. Honorable Johnson acknowledged it and said he would get back to me. I even jokingly told him, say, but you already have your documents because we're on the Zoom platform in August. Just send me the document. He said, I will get back to you, bro. Honorable Tanu never reached out to me. She never responded to my message. Throughout October, November, in the period of November, the audit chair lost his mother. So then we're not on anybody back for auditing till second quarter when we got through with the whole budget approval, financial policy approval for this term. Then NEC started again with we need audits, we need the audit report, and went back. So I came back to Honorable Johnson and I sent message to Honorable Tano too. And I said, I told Honorable Johnson, I said, they cannot use one person report to audit the whole LSUIC. If they just use Honorable Moore report, you said, you got report that you show to us. I can come and share screenshot of your reports to people because I don't have the file, I don't have the document. It was just screenshot that I took that time and your words that I recorded. That's all I have. I cannot go and share this with people. You have the report, just share it. It's been October, November, December. Just share this report. And I think he told me I will get back to you. Yes, that was his response on WeChat. I will get back to you. I will get back to you. And then I got the president involved. Maybe since he's your friend, if you talk to him, you will be able to share this report so the auditors can at least get something. It cannot just be one thing. They need to get something. And I think the president reached out to him, and there was another whole situation where that came out and he said he cannot give an auditee his document. So I said, okay, that's true. And I will resign as the audit focal person. Since you cannot give an auditee your document, you want to submit it by yourself. That's how I step aside from that whole voluntary title to be the audit focal person to send in documents and communicate with the Bureau auditees. So I stepped away from it, and I told every other person, I said, send your documents by yourself to the audit committee chair. And I think we had a meeting on Zoom where the Judicial Board, COC, NEC, and auditors were there, and we even told them that they should go back to the drawing board. And when they went back, they requested for documents because they said they didn't receive 2024, 2025 document. But I did send it, and I sent it again to the audit chairman and everything. When the audit chairman came back, he came back with his report saying, talking about findings. I'll just go to my response to him. He talked about, he asked me 9 questions. He asked about the balance brought forward discrepancy. And I told him I served him, even in my communication to him, I said, ask me anything financially about LSUIC between July 18 to July 2024, to July 24, 2025. Anything beyond that done, refer to the 2 financial officers. So when he asked me about the balance discrepancy, I told him, I said, this matter falls directly outside of, or falls outside my direct oversight. I asked him to query Honorable Mo because she was the one. Since she explained to me, I cannot come and explain what she said to me so she can explain for herself. She's still around. So I directed them to her. He talked about the unexplained, or they talked about the unexplained $2,700. And I responded to him that that money is with the current treasurer. It was turned over. It is not like, oh, it got missing. No, this money is accounted for, it's turned over, it's with the current leadership. I sent that response to him. He talks about the due payment error calculations. He said it's 23,220 versus 17,730. I told him, I said the total dues recorded in the 4th quarter is 15,585. And out of this 15,585, 14,055 was recorded by me. I sent you my report. You can check it out. The rest falls under you can ask Honorable Tanu and Honorable Mo. In my response to him concerning that. He talks about fines discrepancy. When I took over LSUIC, nobody paid fines to me. Nobody paid loans to me. Nobody even paid offering to me when I took over LSUIC. It was just dues, pledges, IEC application fees, conference fees. So I respond to him saying that no one paid fines to me, so he should ask them because the figures I saw, excuse me, from 2024 to 2025 quarterly reports was what I recorded in the fine session. He talks about loan repayment discrepancy, and I told him no loans were paid to me when I took over also. He talked about conference fees, this conference committee disbursement. And I told him I did not understand that exact question. I require further clarity on this question. Why I assume my role, all funds disbursed to the conference committee originated from LSUIC Treasury. If the query refer to a separate or restricted pool of funds, please provide additional context so I may respond accurately. There was no context provided. There was no conference held for me to explain. I think in Honorable Tano response to him, she talked about the 2,000 for conference booking and stuff. That money, if that's what they were talking about, was refunded to the current leadership and it was accounted for in the 1st quarter report. And he talked about refunds to Honorable Joseph Cephas Johnson. I told him I have no direct knowledge of the nature or basis of this refund. Please refer this question to Honorable Tano and Honorable Mo. And he talked about the council beneficiary breakdown. I told him to ask the current Judicial Board 1 because when I took over, I knew of 5,000 that was given to the COC then that they didn't use all of it. I asked for the remaining money as the financial secretary because all finances need to pass through me. But I think after a certain time, the COC won't turn the money over to the former COC won't turn the money over to the new COC. And it didn't come to LSUIC financial secretary. So I told him I don't know about he should ask Honorable Kingsford Flomo. Also, I told him, please do not hesitate to reach out if further clarification from our office is required. I remain committed to supporting the audit process and kindly request that you allow the above redirects where my oversight was not fully exercised. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. And I sent this message or this communication to the audit chair. I didn't receive any other response or an invite about clarification or anything. So yeah, there where we are. And thanks to the Judicial Board for having this pre-hearing. Before I turn over, if you look at my report that I sent here, the one that is named 2025 LSUIC, if you check the expenditure, you will see there are two places in red. The procurement of election materials. I asked the former IEC chair, Honorable Mao, the coordinator for Shanghai, for receipts. I told him, if you don't give me receipts, I cannot grade this money because I need receipt for it. Same with the conference booklet that was given to, project that was given to the former secretary or assistant secretary Adonis Kato. These funds was not disbursed by me. I never gave or prepared a disbursement fund for this. Honorable Tano did it because I kept requesting. She said he used his money, so he needed a requisition. So I said, okay, if he used his money, he should send us receipts of the conference booklet he prepared. Then I can give him the requisition form. But since he's not giving receipts, I'm not disbursing anything. So she went ahead and disbursed 2,450 to him. So that's why in my report I prepared, these two are in red because I did not receive receipts for it. Every other thing here, I received receipts for them. The conference cooking committee sent receipts and report, I sent it over. Stadium rental, there was receipts and report, I sent it over. Transportation, there was receipts, I sent it over. Souvenirs, there were receipts, I sent it over. Graphic designer workmanship, I sent them over. Apartment rental was paid to one of the Liberian students in Nanjing. It was paid to someone on the cooking committee and they paid to him in the same screenshot. Conference hotel and hall rental was paid. I received receipt and turned them over. Conference photographer fees was paid to a Liberian student, that is Jada Gibson, for his services. LSUIC Scholar Award was purchased online. There was a receipt saying the NEC group then. And the SF delivery for cooking utensils, where there was receipts from Honorable Johnson when he said he sent the cooking things, but still the current national president still had to pay some quality fees, but I don't know for what. But Honorable Johnson said he already paid quality fees and these funds were already disbursed before the current president came in to talk about LSUIC not paying quality fees for the things they sent. So yeah, my summary report was during this period, 18,100 was generated as income of the union covering membership dues, area dues, pledges. This loan repayment did not come to me. It went straight to the treasurer, Honorable Tanu, IEC applicant fees and conference fees. A total of 51,055.80 RMB was disbursed, and this is what it was disbursed on. Present balance of the treasurer, 23,606.57 and 2,700 US dollars. So I will stop here and take questions.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for your presentation. To the board members, as we said previously, if you have question, you can text any of the board members and they will ask a question for you. You can text Honorable Kingsworth Flomo, who is the senior adjudicator. You can text Honorable Viola Chisman, Honorable Louis, and Honorable Nole. Honorable JB members, it's time to ask question. If you have question, you can ask.
Yeah, Honorable Royalty, can you get me?
Yeah, sure, I can hear you.
Yeah, I have two questions for Honorable Noah. Honorable Noah, can you get me?
I'm hearing you.
Yeah, before I ask this question, I will be on record as the senior coordinator. I will use this medium to applaud you, Honorable Noah. I don't care who thinks what about it, but I will applaud you for the work you did for LSUIC last year, especially when the union was in the state of cataclysmic. You came in and you rescued the union and you took the union to a conference. So I must say thank you, and scholars like you are people that we need to help Liberia because of the kinds of work you do and the commitment to the process. So personally, not from the perspective of JB, but I'm thanking you personally for that revival you brought to the union. My question now to you is, Honor Noah, did you receive any turnover note from your predecessors, the then financial secretaries, whether the 2023, 2024, or 2024, 2025 financial secretary? Did you receive any financial record from them?
Yes, I received turnover note from Honorable Tanu. And that turnover note came in after the back and forth with the well, we went to, I think we came to the Judicial Board and we went back. There were two turnover notes that I received from Honorable Tano. I should have received a turnover note when I took over from July 18. That turnover note wasn't given to me. So when we decided to reconcile everything and go back, when everyone said, you guys go back and fix all of these things and work together and not work against each other. So I requested a turnover note for July 18, and I also requested a turnover note for LSUIC. And I received two turnover notes from Honorable Choice, DH Tino.
Okay, finally, when you received those turnover notes, did you observe any discrepancies? And if you did you react or communicate to the former or then leadership about those discrepancies?
Like I went through my report just now. When I received turnover note, there was no discrepancy I noticed. It was just turnover note saying how much was turned over to the treasurer. I can read the turnover note. Dear Honorable Mason, I am writing to formally confirm the turnover of 56,561.57 RMB plus 2,700 USD has been turned over to you following my resignation of the position National Financial Secretary General, that I volunteered to offer my service to the union. This amount covers the period of first to fourth quarter. Please feel free to reach out if you require further clarifications or additional information regarding any of the items listed. And the other turnover note I received says, Dear Honorable Mason, I am writing to formally confirm the turnover of the following documents related to LSUIC. LSUIC Annual Report 2023 to 2024, first to fourth quarter reports 2024-2025, budget plan, and a total of 23,606.57 RMB that were previously in my possession has now been turned over to you. These documents are complete to the best of my knowledge and pertain to the ongoing and concluded activities of LSUIC during my tenure. Please feel free to reach out if you require further clarification or additional information regarding any of the items listed. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So this turnover note was received August 1st, and when I requested for the other turnover note, it was received August 2nd, or it was sent in August 2nd. So I didn't notice any discrepancy. To answer your question, I noticed discrepancy after I compiled all of the financial reports into an annual report on an Excel sheet. That's when I noticed discrepancy. And what I did when I noticed it, I reached to the both financial secretaries and treasurer to explain why the figures were not aligned. And they all gave separate explanations.
Okay, the last day from their explanations, were you able to find a bottleneck between the two explanations in regards to the discrepancies you noticed?
The only bottleneck I find, because the discrepancy I noticed was 2,753 point something. And I was trying, it was in October when this money was sent in the group chat, which was 2,700. I don't know if that money was recorded after the treasurer received it, or if it was or if she recorded it and the 2,753 RMB comes from another from another loophole. I can't tell because there are two financial secretaries. If there was one financial secretary before me, then it would be easier to say, okay, you are responsible. So I cannot point fingers, but I noticed 2,753 RMB was shut in
Okay,
the
Honorable Mason.
2025 report.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Mason. You can take over, Honorable Jensen. Thank you.
Okay, so Honorable Mason, I probably have a couple of questions. Maybe I might just go with the first two. Number one, when you reach out to Honorable Tano and Honorable Moore, when you found out that probably the figures were not adding up, best to your understanding, I'm not saying that money was missing, but you were not getting the figure alignment and something like that. Was there any point in time during your meeting with them personally or collectively where any of them probably admitted their phone was missing or phone was not accounted for? Was there any point in time?
During my first call, when I've compiled the report and shared it with both people or both offices, and they went through it in our call, there was no fingers pointing, like I said. It was after a day or two, then Honorable Tano reached out to me, telling me, because I went through my report and said, okay, your report is okay, but I noticed some discrepancy, and I tried to explain to her all of those things. And she was like, okay, now thank you for making me understand. And that was when she told me that the reason why their figures are not correct is because it came from the past financial secretary. That was Honorable Tano telling me. Honorable Mo did not point fingers to say, so I didn't actually say, oh, this is what happened. No, that was a conversation between Honorable Tano and I. And yes, I didn't reach out to Honorable Mo after that. The only thing I said LSUIC need their money. If there's any money missing, LSUIC. She didn't say it was stolen. I still to be corrected. She said it was unaccounted for. And it's
Yeah.
from Honorable Mo. Yeah.
Okay, so Honorable Moore, because I'm asking at any point in time up to today's date, Honorable Moore did not tell you that any money is unaccounted for when you reach out to her or any money is missing. Only Honorable Tano told you that couple of money probably unaccounted for or missing. That's
Yeah,
what you're saying?
it was only Honorable Tano. I
Or
I didn't reach I didn't reach out to Honorable Mo to say, oh, this money is missing. Do you have it? I wanted to tell her like there's money that is unaccounted for, and she showed me some Excel file explaining the
okay.
document report. Yes. She didn't tell me say someone stole or money got missing. Also, she didn't tell me. She just told me that the
Oh,
reason why the figures from her brought forward is different from her starting balance. Her brought forward is different from her ending balance of the previous year was because of conference expenditure. So I only question her saying you should have included, since you didn't have a domain report or you didn't give another report, you should have included in your first quarter expenditure. So that way people get to know why the figures are not
okay.
this. Yeah.
Okay. So that means, just for clarity, every meeting that you had with Honorable Moore, the tallying of her report, that there was nothing stated, this one is unaccounted for, or there is misunderstanding about this, about money or anything like that. There was no conversation like that.
There was no conversation about money missing between Honorable Mo and I. The
No, I don't mean
conversation,
money missing. I just mean unaccounted for. Maybe, like I said from the beginning of my question, that maybe you're not understanding how this money is placed this way, and something like that. Not necessarily money being missing, just anything in that light. Probably
yeah,
unaccounted for money, unexplained money, something like that. Yeah.
she didn't tell me about unaccounted money. The only unexplained money she talked about was the refunds to Honorable Cephas Johnson, but she didn't tell me about unaccounted money.
Okay.
And
All right.
and to be
Okay.
to be to
Yeah. Go
be
ahead. Go ahead.
to be clear and honest, I only covered 2024 to 2025. I didn't go way back to 2023, 2024. Just to
Okay.
be clear.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, so also let's go to the money given to Honorable Johnson during his tenure as president. I asked this question, I think, yesterday to all the officials. I also asked Honorable Johnson when he was presenting. During your explanation, you said Honorable Mo told you that the NEC did not agree to give this money, to refund this money back to Honorable Johnson. It was when things were not going in his favor, then he started to ask for money. Is that right?
Yes, oh gosh, my phone off. Yes. When I asked her about the money issue, I'm like, why is this money you guys did it, the trip was in first quarter. Why is the money expended in fourth quarter and not second quarter, not third quarter, but fourth quarter? That was when she said, I think I asked her, I said, well, did you guys talk about this, about giving Honorable Cephas his money he will spend at the conference? Because Honorable Cephas Johnson has sent me all of the receipts on going to Beijing. I think he used business class. He sent me the receipt. And when he was coming back, he said business class. I asked him why business class in my conference, in my communication with him. He said because there was no available seat. And the embassy put him in it was an emergency hurry, so he ran quickly. So he used business class to go, and to come back, he used the regular seat, regular
Okay.
stuff. Yeah. So she didn't tell me. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I just want to make it clear, because yesterday when I asked the National Treasurer, acting National Financial Secretary said every NEC member agreed.
I was
And then I
not in the
also asked him, no, I know you are not in NEC meeting. I'm saying because you, in your explanation, you said Honorable Mo told you that the NEC did not agree, unanimously agreed for the money to be refunded to Honorable Johnson. It was when things were not working in his favor, I'm quoting what you said, that he decided to ask for his money. That's what you said. So I'm just making
Yeah.
that clear that she said, do you have, okay, the call was recorded because I heard you say you record almost
Yeah,
every call you have.
I have recordings on my phone, on my other phone. So if this is pre-hearing, right? If we come to the real
Yeah,
hearing, it
yeah.
comes, I will bring them out. Done. Don't worry, I have recordings on my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we will need such recording. Also, lastly, we got just sort of communication or question from one of the members of LSUIC concerning the statement of the JB1. I want to make it very clear that when the JB1 was speaking, he spoke as a person, not as a JB member. So that statement is was given in in not if there's any question that can be handled later on.
You
You
are
can ask your
coming in
question
broken. We didn't hear you.
as we move on.
The last comment, we didn't hear you. I don't know whether it's my network.
Okay, can you hear me now? Yes, I was making a clarity. Yes, I was making a clarity on the statement made by the His Honor Honorable Kingsford Flomo. He said, I'm making a clarity that he said he's speaking not in his capacity as the JB1. So if there is any problem with his statement, that can be handled later on. But it's not a burden on the JB. I just want to make that very clear because I saw a communication text in my DM. Okay, so any JB member, if you have a question, you can ask.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have a question. I think I have two questions. Let me ask the honorable man. So, firstly, I want to know whether you received plan or financial policy when you took over.
No, I didn't receive financial policy from Honorable Tano, but in the zip file that Honorable Mo shared with me, when I went through them one by one, I saw her loan policies. So, and I called her for clarity on her loan policies, and that's how, yeah, as there was loan policy there.
So, for the short term you were serving, how did you spend money, and also the like maybe giving out loan and receiving money? How was it done?
Okay, the time I took over, firstly, I was new to the whole experience. I had no idea on how it is done, especially with people that I really haven't planned working with. So when I took over, I think one of the conversation, we had a Zoom meeting as the full NEC members. And in that Zoom meeting, Honorable Tano made it clear that I'm the one supposed to prepare a disbursement form. And the disbursement form I prepared needs to go to the person who wants the money, and they will fill in the form, send it back to me, then I send it to her and their QR code. Then I think she will fill in and also send to the president, President Sori, and he will convert it to PDF, and then he'll convert it to PDF, and then she will disburse the fund. I will send that QR code out of Alipay, or yes, Alipay was what we're using then. Then she will disburse the fund. So that's how it was. I think we had a first argument there and then because there was a form that she sent PDF. I said, well, there's nothing I can do with the PDF. If it's not in Word, I cannot edit a PDF document. And then that was when President Sori said I should just put his signature. I should just use his signature and send it to her. Then when she disbursed the fund, she converted to PDF. I don't have to add his signature to it. That's how I was dispersing funds. And I think that's the proper channel, according to the Constitution in LSUIC, to disburse funds for conference committee. Every fund that I disburse for conference committee funds or towards the conference purpose. Receiving funds, when I joined, the Secretary General said, send me your WeChat Pay code and your Alipay code. And I sent the two codes to him, and it was a due flyer that was made with my code that people should pay their dues to. So all of the dues and dues, conference fees, IEC fees were all paid to me via Alipay and WeChat Pay, my WeChat Pay. Because I didn't ask questions about LSUIC having a WeChat stop or whatsoever. Because in the past, I pay my dues to a WeChat or Alipay code that was for the financial secretary. And yeah, so I didn't think it was a problem using my personal WeChat code or Alipay code.
Okay, so lastly, I remember during the conference you gave for report. So yeah, the time you reported for, was it the full report from both your predecessors or during the short term?
No, it was doing a short term. I think it was stated on a report from July 18 to July 23rd, 2025. It was only the short term.
Okay, I'll stop here.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Any other JB member has a question? Like we said before, if you have a question you want to ask, you can send your question to any of the JB members, and your question might be asked. Your question will be asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Honorable Nola, is that you? Let me see. Okay, yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
I thank you for your deliberation. I have a question. It's pertaining to when you did your first report and you observed discrepancy. And according to you, you were able to reach it out to your colleagues. So upon that notice, were there any possible response from them to remedy the situation of the, were there any possible remedy?
When I reached out to Honorable Tano, that was when she told me in fact that LSUIC owes her. She didn't say and I reached out to Honorable Mo. Honorable Mo said she just displayed her screen and show me her own report and said Yeah, that was just a resolution. It was not like, oh, this person is responsible, that person is responsible, or we will join as past financial secretaries and pay this 2,753 that you are talking about. No, it was just like, then I think my resolution was audit. I think auditors would be the best way to go, and the both parties agree that yes, there is a need that we have auditors. That was the resolution.
Okay.
Mm.
So that means after you noticed that there was discrepancy and they all agree indeed that there was established facts that there was discrepancy. They all agree that indeed what you stated about the discrepancy, and they agree that yes, indeed, what the report they were missing money. I just want to establish as to whether they agree to the fact that yes, indeed, money was unaccounted for.
Uh,
Did they agree? Did they agree? Was in agreement of your report? That's what I
yeah.
want to know.
Yeah, they were in agreement. On August 18, I received communication from Honorable Tano. She said, I have received the report and appreciate you reaching out for an explanation and clarity. Regarding that, I have evaluated every financial document in my possession and it has established many discoveries that affected the financial report emanating from the previous financial officer reports. I'm open to clarification and invite a full audit on all financial records from July 2023 to July 2025. The process has begun and financial officers will account for missing funds. This is welcoming and I invite you to the discovery at your convenience. Looking forward to seeing you. So that was from Honorable Tano. Let me go to Honorable Mo. Yeah, the guy got to reach out to. CD, okay. Let's see, did I share my report with her in August? Okay. Okay, Honorable Mo, when I shared my report to her, she said, okay. And then she said, noted, I'm open to audit anytime. Kindly let me know when. So I think they all agreed about my report and was open to audit. That's all I can say.
Okay, I'll stop there. Just wanted to establish the fact that upon your notice of the discrepancy, whether it was also agreed upon the others that indeed the father established that there was discrepancy. Thank you.
Okay. Any other JB member has a question? Okay, I think I have a question. One of the members also. Let me see. Honorable Mason, I think lastly from my end. Can you I'm sorry. Can you kindly let us know how much you received in total from 2024 to 2025 as turnover plus the money that I received from the hotel?
Oh, the money that was received from the hotel is 2,000 RMB. That was the deposit. Wait, I'm coming. Since we're on recording, let me open my first quarter report to be sure. Because it's in my first quarter for this term report. Files, quarter one. Okay, the money that was received, refund from Nanjing Conference Hotel is 2,000 RMB. And I received 23,606.57 RMB plus 2,700 US dollars as turnover from Honorable Kebe DH Tano.
Okay.
I repeat again.
Okay.
23,606 57 RMB plus $2,700. The conference refund was separated. It wasn't in that turnover money. So if you check the quarter one report, I was sending now to you, Honorable Jensen. Yeah, I send it to you now. You will see refund from Nigerian Conference Hotel 2,000 RMB.
Okay, okay. So the brought forward for the first quarter 2025, 2026, is that same amount you're calling, or there were any changes?
They brought forward for 2024, 2025.
2025, 2025, 2026, I mean.
2025, 2026, there's no brought forward for that yet.
I mean
They will
first quarter.
next year. Okay. The first quarter brought forward from 2024, 2025 into 2025, 2026 is the same amount I'm calling. 23,606.57 plus $2,700.
Okay.
That was
Yeah,
brought
thank
forward.
you.
Two.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that was brought forward from 2024, 2025 to 2025, 2026.
Okay, okay. All right, thank you. I think that's it from my end. And there is no JB member that has a question. So we'll allow you probably give your parting statement, and then we'll take a statement from the NEC and we call it a night.
Thank you to the JB for this. Someone will say, oh, we will last minute at a time, but there is time for everything. And I look forward to the JB and audit committee, everybody working hands in hands, including us, the auditees. We are not here to make anyone leave the organization. We are here to hold people accountable. And also, as a leader, we should have integrity. If there is funds missing, it should be given. LSUIC is not ending today. We're not going here on tomorrow. We have next leadership in line. They also need funds to start with. So my humble appeal to all auditees is to cooperate with this audit. And to somebody on the platform, if anybody resign in a financial setting, don't take over. Don't do good. Okay, bye-bye. That's all.
Okay, okay. All right. So we will take a statement from the JB1, and then the national president will probably give a statement from the AC, and we can call you a night.
Honorable, can you get me?
Yeah, sure, I can hear you.
Yeah, you want me to speak before the president? Yeah, the president is the final president. Thank you, Honorable. You have done extremely well. And thanks to the auditees. Before the final hearing, let me make this clear. Let me appreciate all of the auditees. In fact, for taking off your time to come and attend these hearings is a plus to you on the part of accountability. I always told people this is student leadership. What we want is transparency and to how much we can serve the students of this community. We are not witch hunting anybody. We don't have malice against anybody. In fact, this job is a voluntary job. Pro bono basis, you are serving. Not one day on our blog, he's here. He can attest to it. Not one day on our blog, even send me far quiet to say JB1, drink beer or drink water or drink anything. Never, not any member of the NEC or any student has done so based on LSUIC. I don't know if they did of my JB members, but I know they have not done so. So this is a tax that we have carried. And the juncture we only want transparency for the students because the bigger tomorrow lies closer to us. So in this public manner, what I say, I will say again, I want to appreciate all of you. Honorable Johnson is my brother. We worked together when I was co-chair on the IEC. We are close friends up to the expiration of his second tenure. We are still close friends. And Honorable Florence City is my daughter. I taught her in high school. I understand the kind of pressure you will bear as a financial secretary. I watched her at the last conference in Wuhan. It was not easy. Imagine you are not paid for something, but you are sweating to do it, and people are just abusing you, saying a whole lot of lots of comments, but you are still standing there to account for it. So, Florence, I appreciate you. Mind you, this is not the other thing. This is not a JB's position, but I'm just applauding you so students can know the sacrifices you make. And Honorable also stepped in when she served in dual capacities. So I must applaud you, Honorable for the great job that you did. I will say it on and off the record. Coming into this society to serve is a ponderous task, and you occupying it to be fully functional. I don't care what my name goes in public, but I will say it. Thank you. It's a great task. So please, I'm begging all of you, your indulgence, to be patient. We only want transparency for this board. Your name on the list of people that you stole 22,000, want to clear it off, or you did it, we want to also go into the records and prove it right, right. So please, I'm begging you all, do not feel bad about any statement from any of our members. We are only doing our job as JB members. So thank you for coming. We'll reach out to you, and after this, there will be documentation sent to clear you off or to plead you guilty. But thanks for your cooperation so far, and we admire everything you have done for the union, and may God bless you. Fellow JB members, NEC members, COC members, thanks. We will have the final hearing in subsequent time, soonest. So we are begging you all to be cooperative as you have always been. May God bless you, and thanks again, Honorable Jensen.
Okay, thank you, Honorable JP1. National President, Honorable Olano Tieblo.
Yeah, thank you so much to the JB and to all of the scholars that are here. I don't know if this is Hope that I know, Salome. But I'll try to message her as well. I think I saw her yesterday, and she also here today up to this time. And to all the scholars that joined today, thank you so much for joining. To all of the JB members, thank you so much. Like I said yesterday and always, I admire the work that you're doing and how you are going about the process. You know, there's a two-way street. If anybody say the audit committee and they didn't do something, now we have the JB to also fill in that gap. So it's a two-way street. When the other rack don't test you, the other rack tests you, at least Sunny State test you. So we are still here observing the process, and we want to appreciate all of you for showing up always and ensuring that LSUIC get the accountability that it deserves. Though I sent my question to not a question, but a request to the JB. For the records, I will permit me to also say here, because during the presentation of Honorable Johnson, I'm sure he's still following through another device. He said he was being asked 1, 2, 3, or how many times? Did you send any document to the national president about somebody over 22,000 missing? He said yes. I think I asked him again. He said yes. So I've shared the conversation of the JB, and I really want to appeal to him, not appealing to him, but the JB, to request that he share whether that satellite imaging or whatever way that document came to me, on an email, WeChat, whatever way it came to me, he kind of share. But for those following, permit me to read this. On January 13, on January 13, I messaged Honorable Johnson, and I said, "Good evening, Honorable. Happy New Year." And he said, "Good evening. Many happy returns." So I told him, I'm reaching out because I was informed that you haven't provided any document towards the ongoing audit process after many reminders since October 2025. You personally told me, plus many others, that Honorable City stole LSUIC money. You even called a meeting with Honorable Choice, Honorable Margot Sigo Jensen, Honorable Coco, Honorable Mason to prove the same, that LSUIC money was unaccounted for. Knowing that you have such information and wanting audit to be done, it was a high expectation that you were to present yourself and all information to the audit committee to ensure LSUIC get justice, but a delay from you is causing the work to be delayed. If one-sided report or records is used to finalize the audit, there will be issues tomorrow, especially from you. That was in my message to you in January. Kindly submit to the process so this can be done with. The committee has been advised to officially reach out to the JB, NEC, COC, and other bodies if any party is not cooperating. I trust that today you will do the honorable thing. Thank you, Emeritus. And then he came back and replied the same day. He said, honors too, Mr. President, it will be a great honor to assist the committee in moving forward. I saw neutrality in the committee findings, which is why I held back. However, these documents of established facts are available and will be sent to you and the committee considering their positions and their pursuit of progress. So I said, thanks. Please help with that today. I've personally been asking you and pushing them. I don't like delays. So hearing about one isn't welcoming. Regards. He said, appreciate, but can't be today because I'm not home or have my machine with me. Hopefully you can by tomorrow evening. So I said, okay, Honorable. He sent a handshake. The next day, on the 14th, I messaged him, good evening, Honorable, just a reminder. He said, good evening, Honorable, thanks for the reminder. We'll send it later this evening. I said, okay, Honorable. Later in the evening, by 4:19, I messaged him, good evening, Honorable. We are still waiting. He came back the same day and said, good evening, Prezo. I'm really caught in a tight spot, wanting absolute independence in your committee ongoing audit process and providing the discovery of fact findings in my preliminary audit / check and balance on the 2 financial officers during my tenure. However, as much as I want to help the process, I want to stay neutral in document delivery unless called in by the committee for clarity on the preliminary findings or discovery. With that, it creates a balanced and fair processes for all the parties involved. As much as I still desire to, I want to stay on the side of independence in the ongoing process. What I can provide is the same financial document that has been shared by the 2 officers during my time in office. As for the audit or check and balance, I will wait for the invite from the committee. So I said, okay, kindly reshare or resend the financial documents you have. If you don't have, or you don't want to send whatever extra things that you have to inform the committee decision, that is okay by you. Send what you have as ex-president. If one person document is used alone, nobody should say otherwise, that this or that was not done. Because some have started saying they don't want to conduct audit because X, Y, and Z person. This is unfair. And if we all can cooperate, even when then we should not speak against things tomorrow. I think I have asked and others did, but you have decided to keep what you have. I will inform the AFP and audit committee. He said, good evening, Prezo. Then he never replied that message or say anything until in the 4th month. That was April on the 17th. He said, good evening, Prezo. And that was after the meeting with the joint leadership meeting with the audit committee. And that joint leadership meeting of the audit committee was held April 5th. I mean, the notice was saying April 5th, the meeting was on April 8th. After that April 8th meeting, he messaged me on April 17th and said, good evening, Prezo. I have forwarded all files to the audit committee chairman. If they use it to recover LSUIC funds, we'll be glad. If they don't, we move. Now he came on this platform and said he shared document with me, and he also shared with audit committee. Just my own part. Why I share audit committee that one year, that far. But he said he shared document with me. They asked him twice. He said a document with me. So it is my request to the audit committee, let him provide whatever he shared with me. Let him provide that proof to the audit committee. I mean to the JB. Besides that, thank you all for being here, and let's continue to push through the process. On the 4th would be the 4th quarter meeting, And on tomorrow, it's already the 26th, we have the graduation ceremony for all of our astute scholars of 2025-2026 graduating class. Thank you all so much. God bless.
Okay, thank you, Honorable National President. If the National Chaplain General is here, he can close us in prayer. If not, we can observe 15 seconds of silence, since we have some scholars who are Muslims and some scholars who are Christians. We can observe 15 seconds of silence as we call it a night. Amen. Amen. Thank you all for coming. We meet another time for the actual hearing.